Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video I want to tell you about the relationship between the parabola and completing the square of the quadratic equation. In the last video you already learned about how can you graph a quadratic equation. You have a graph and you have 4 steps for graphing one parabola. And you know about the completing the square form. The completing the square, you have the form like this. Example a plus x plus a squared and plus b, and you have y equal to a plus x plus a squared and plus b. This is completing the square form of quadratic equation. So about 4 steps of parabola, 4 steps of graphing parabola. You need to care about the symmetric line, symmetric line. You need to care about the vertex, and you need to know about the y-intercept and x-intercept. Sorry, x-intercept first and y-intercept. And how can you find symmetric line, vertex, y-intercept, and x-intercept from this form? Okay, let me analyze this form for you now. From this form, you will learn about how can you find the vertex. The vertex of quadratic equation is the maximum or the minimum point of this form. The maximum point and the minimum point of this form will tell you something like this. You will see that everything you have square always greater than or equal to 0. Always greater than or equal to 0. That is the square number. So a square always greater than or equal 0. Example, -3, you square. You take it square, you have 9 greater than 0. You have 3 square, yeah, of course, it's greater than 0. So every number have square, you always have the value greater than or equal to 0. So when I have x plus a square, this one will be greater than or equal to 0. And I want to make one more step. I add b in this side and I add b in this side. After this, you got this is equal to y greater than or equal to b. So I can tell you the minimum point of this one, the minimum value of this of the y function is b. And how can y equal to b? The equal sign will be appear if this one will be appear the equal. So it means x equal to -a. So when x equal to -a, y will be equal to b. So the mean point of this one is a, -a, and b, something like this. -a and b, something like this. Okay. Example, I have this completing the square. X -4 square and plus 3. So how can I find the minimum point or maximum point of this one? Yeah, this is the way I show you working out. You got x -4 square always greater than or equal to 0. And the next step, I'm got x -4 square plus 3, and the other side I'm got 0 plus 3. So for this one, you got y greater than or equal to 3. So if y equal to 3, you will have x equal to 4. Because when x equal to 4, this one will become to equal equation. So x equal to 4, this one will become equal to 0. So that's why I'm got the minimum point. Because this is I choose minimum point, not maximum point, because this side is greater than or equal. Y greater than or equal, so it means y never less than 3. Never less than 3. So that's why I'm got mean y equal to 3. About mean point. About a point, I need x value and y value. So x and y. This is mean point and this is the mean point, x coordinate and y coordinate. So let me show you something like this. This is a parabola. The minimum point is mean the vertex. About this vertex, you will figure out which one is symmetric line. The point of this one is 4 and 3. So very easy. I will figure out the symmetry line will be h equal to 4, because the symmetry line will pass through the minimum point or maximum point. So from the complete integer square, form, I will tell you about symmetric line. The symmetric line will be x coordinate of the minimum point. So from this one, I will find mean point 4 and 3. This one will tell you about symmetric line of this function is y equal to 4. About the vertex, yeah, very easy. About the vertex, 4 and 3, because mean point or max point is exactly vertex. About C, you want to find x-intercept. Yeah, it's not too difficult. X-intercept it mean x-intercept is mean y equal to 0. So for this question, you got a mean point or mean y equal to 3, because y never less than 3, because y greater than or equal to 3. So for this one, I have no solution. I have no solution of x. It means you have no x-intercept point. Okay, how about y-intercept? The y-intercept will tell you something. Y-intercept is mean x equal to 0. So substitute 0 in this expression, you will got y equal to 0 like this, plus 3 like this, and 19. So y-intercept you got 0 and 19. Okay, this is completing the square form, and you have the answer of symmetric, vertex, y-intercept, x-intercept, and y-intercept. Yeah, okay. In the video, I'm telling you about the graphing of quadratic equation. We have general form of quadratic equation, something like this: ax squared plus bx plus c equal to y. But in this video, I want to tell you about 4 factors of parabola, symmetric, vertex, x-intercept, y-intercept from completing the square form. Yeah, this is example. So another one, you will have x plus 2 square and negative 3. Okay, let's go for finding symmetric line. Mean point or mark point. Every square will tell you about the minimum point or maximum point. This square always greater than or equal to 0. So I will take minus 3 for both sides of this inequality. And this one is y greater than equal to negative 3. So I have mean point. Okay, the mean point here is, no, not yet. You will have if y equal to negative 3, so x plus 2 square also equal to 0, so x equal to negative 2. Yeah, now I have point. X coordinate negative 2, y coordinate is negative 3. That's all. So from this one, I will figure out what is a symmetric line. So can you tell me what is a symmetric line? You got symmetric line is x equal to negative 2, because the mean point here you got x coordinate a mean point or x coordinate a mark point will be symmetric line. Question B, you got the vertex. Yeah, okay, very easy. Vertex is mean point. The next one, you will have x-intercept. I think we have x-intercept in this question. X-intercept is mean y equal to 0. Okay, y equal to 0 is mean this one equal to 0. I think this is will be something new for you. You have to solve this one. Okay, step by step, look at me. You got you move -3 from left hand side to right hand side, and then you take the square root. You take square root of of this one, and it takes square root of this one, something like this. This is this one. Okay, so you will have h plus 2 will be equal to -3. Another equation, another solution is negative square root 3. So the first x-intercept you got -3, -2, and the second you got negative square root 3, -2. Yes, you have a two interception point. Two interception point, two x-intercept, -3, -2, 0, and the second negative square root 3, -2, and 0. Okay. Question about D. About red. About D. You got y-intercept. Now it's very easy. Y-intercept is mean you have to substitute x equal to 0. Okay, substitute x equal to 0. Here you got 0 plus 2 equal to 2 square 4, -3, 1. So you got y equal to 1. It means 0, 1, either y-intercept. Yeah, okay. So overall, you got symmetric line, vertex, y-intercept, h-intercept, and okay, you have two h-intercept and you have one y-intercept. That's all. Okay. Study the example from completing the square form. You can see that it's not too difficult, right? This is the last one. You got h -3 square and negative and plus 5, but this one is negative. It's not plus anymore. This is negative h -3 square. So how can you solve that? You have 4 questions about symmetric, about vertex, about h-intercept, and about y-intercept, or something in here. Okay, so the first step for this one, I have to find the vertex first. About the vertex, how can you find that? This is not square, normally square anymore. This is the minus square. Okay, let's see that. Every number you take square will greater than or equal to 0. So this one is like this. Okay, so how about negative? Negative is mean I will multiply -1 for both sides of inequality. This is become to negative, it's -3 in here, and this is equal to -0, but -0 is still be 0, so I don't need to write down like that. When you multiply two sides of inequality with the negative number, you have to change sign of this one. That is the key point of this question. This is not greater than or equal anymore. This is less than or equal. Why? Why you change direction? You change direction because of you multiply both sides of inequality with negative number. Carefully. Multiply negative number, you have to change direction of inequality. So from this step, you will got negative h -3 square and plus 5 will be greater than 0 plus 5. So this is why y is less than 5. So for this question, we have no minimum point because y always less than or equal to 5. It means y is never larger than 5. So you got mark point for this question. You got mark point. And if y equal to 5, h will be equal to 3. H will be equal to 3. So you got mark point. Mark point 3 and 5. Okay, you got mark point, it means you got vertex, and it means you got symmetric line. H equal to 3, vertex 3, 5, y-intercept Okay, h-intercept y equal to 0. Y equal to 0, it means you got 0 here, negative h negative 3 square plus 5. So I move negative square from right hand side to left hand side. You got this one equal to 5. Yes, okay, so it means h minus 3 equal to square root 5, or h negative 3 equal to negative square root 5. You have two h-intercept, square root 5 plus 3, negative square root 5 plus 3. That's all. Okay, so how about y-intercept? Easy. Y-intercept. About y-intercept, you got h equal to 0. H equal to 0 is mean 0 is 9. Oh, we have problem in here. Negative 0, negative 3 square. And a lot of my students tell me that this one equal to 9 because they say that negative 3 square equal to 9. No, this square just apply for negative 3. So negative 3 square, you got 9. But we have the negative sign remaining in front of 9 here. So that's why you got here is negative 9 plus 5. It means negative 4. So for y-intercept, 0, negative 4. And for this question, you got square root 5 plus 3, 0, 1 point, and 2 point. Okay. So symmetric, you got this one, vertex in h-intercept and y-intercept. We done. And the difference between this question to another question is you have the negative sign here. A little bit problem, and you should remember the negative rule. When you multiply negative number to two sides of inequality, you have to change direction. Yeah, you have to change direction. That's all. After that, everything will be easy. Yeah, I hope you can understand more about completing the square and parabola. So thank you so much for watching my video and see you next time. Bye bye.